I bet you're wondering why we've gathered here today. I would like to stage an intervention. We need to stop the prohibition of recreational marijuana. And to start us off on that topic, I'd like to share a few fun facts. Did you know if everyone who used marijuana at least once in 2016 were to create a country, it would be the 5th most populous nation in the world? Marijuana is the #1 used illicit drug. 6 times as many people use marijuana as the next most popular illicit drug, opiates. Marijuana is the 3rd used recreational drug, right after tobacco and alcohol. More than 246 million people use marijuana each year. 44 million Americans used marijuana at least once in 2017, which globally accounts for 5% of the world's population, which is 14% of America's population. There are more marijuana dispensaries in Colorado than McDonald's and Starbucks combined, according to the Department of Revenue in Colorado. As of 2015, in the U.S., 34.9% of 12th graders have used marijuana in the last year, 21.3% in the last month, and 6% use daily. Now to Nurse Sammy with some facts on how marijuana can affect your health.
Thank you, Emma. Now I'd like to tell you a bit about marijuana's effects on your health. Marijuana is not addictive, and it is impossible to overdose while using the drug. Not a single account of death from marijuana overdose has ever been reported. The drug itself presents a low risk of abuse, and it has a variety of medicinal properties. Additionally, it is a very safe and useful sleep aid. Lastly, marijuana users have been proven to have lower risks of drug dependence compared to users of other drugs. Fewer than 10% of marijuana users meet the criteria for drug dependence. However, 32% of tobacco users and 15% of alcohol users do meet this criteria. Those who start using marijuana during adolescence have a 1 in 6 chance or 17% chance of dependence. Now to Angel with some information about tax revenue in relation to marijuana.
Thank you, Sammy. The U.S. government wastes so much money a year arresting, prosecuting, and jailing marijuana offenders. If marijuana was sold on the retail market, it could be taxed, which would help the government to gain money rather than lose it. These taxes could be used to fund public programs, such as drug treatment programs. In Colorado, retail marijuana sales in 2014 collected a total of $700 million, and $44 million went towards the tax revenue. Now we would all like to come together to discuss how marijuana being illegal impacts the prison system, government spending, and the lives of those nonviolent offenders behind bars.
According to the ACLU, marijuana accounts for over half of all drug arrests in the United States. The U.S. prison population is 2.4 million prisoners. 2/3 of these prisoners are Black and Hispanic. The general population of the U.S. consists of 12% Black and 15% Hispanic.
Despite nearly equal usage rates, Black individuals are 4 times more likely to be arrested, and Hispanic individuals are over 3 times more likely than white Americans to be arrested. $3.6 billion is spent enforcing marijuana laws every year in the United States, resulting in unnecessary government spending.
In 2015, there were almost 600,000 arrests for small quantities of marijuana that was intended for personal use. This is 14 times more than all arrests for violent crimes. Housing these prisoners costs the government around $30,000 to $70,000 per inmate a year. To interdict drug trafficking alone costs $6.2 billion a year. Adding in financing detained drug users, traffickers, and those committing crimes to pay for their drugs adds up to about $10 billion.
Good.
To be blunt, keeping marijuana illegal is doing more harm than good. Keeping thousands upon thousands in prison for something that over 14% of United States citizens partake in is immoral.
Especially when the nation could benefit from the tax revenue created by making marijuana legal. It could also help to weed out some organized crime.
Let's make this a joint effort and vote for legalization next time we see recreational marijuana on the voters' ballot. Thank you for your help.